Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. Going to move some crypto around for you guys, and as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can't troubleshoot your problems here live. So thanks for joining me here in West Michigan. It's a beautiful, crisp, sunny day here in West Michigan. My wife and I went out this morning and just went to the Nantucket Bakery down on Lion Street near downtown. Wonderful bakery. They've got a main place over on Fulton where they actually do most of the cooking, but the one on Lion Street's just a nice little friendly neighborhood bakery, just chock full of stuff. We love their bread and their pastries and their cookies and everything. And then there's a little Lion Street coffee shop cafe right next to it, and Martha's Vineyard grocery store right next to that, all owned by the same family. Just a gorgeous, wonderful place to spend some time at a bakery and coffee and shopping. And then we went to Horrocks Market. And then we went to Whole Foods. We went all over this morning. So we had a great day. I cooked some Italian food for dinner tonight. So it's just been a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. Tonight we're going to talk about the markets. The markets went down yesterday, and I thought it was silly me. I thought it was because Israel had attacked Iran and World War III was starting. But it turns out that was not really why the crypto markets went down. They went down because of a unsubstantiated news story about Tether and how the Justice Department was going to go after Tether, and the crypto market swooned. We'll talk about that. It's in the news. And then let's see. There's a couple more. There was a hack of a U.S. government wallet. Interestingly, I've got that news story. And let's see, I'm going to play around with some crypto. I'll talk about some of the videos I did this week. I did several. But I do have a Ledger Nano X, and I'd like to demo how you manage more than one device in Ledger Live. And I've done this many times on the stream, but a lot of people ask me about this. And then also, I just like to get your questions. It'll help me with my videos over the week. A lot of times I'll see a question in my comments and go, oh my gosh, I get that question all the time. I should have the answer written in a text file so I can cut and paste it. But then I'll think, well, maybe I should do a video. So I did a couple of videos. We'll talk about those. Let's greet everybody that's here. Wonderful to have everybody here tonight. Hope the mic's working good. Let's see. Congrats on Simon being the very first person in the stream earlier today. I think it was like around noon. I usually sit down in the morning. Well, we went shopping, right? So I think we got home around 11:30. And so I do the thumbnail and get the template for the live stream ready, and with the news stories and everything. And then I post it. Even though it's scheduled for 6, it kind of goes so quote unquote live at that time, and people can jump in the chat. And Simon was first. Kenny was surprised that Simon was first. Thank you both for being here. Mark Schlossberg from Slovakia was in earlier. Mr. Miski. Rainy Manish. Haven't seen Rainy Manish in before, from Finland. Good to have you here. Gerard, I think you've been in before, if I'm not mistaken. Hans Hannah 350, always a pleasure. Christopher Thane from Melbourne. Trying to do all the pronunciations right. Bobby is here again. That's great. Simona Mullen, another repeat customer. E. Poston from Colorado, and you didn't even have to write it this week, I remember. Dimitri is here. That's good. Marvin Johnson, don't think I've seen you in before. Good to have you. Gregory Whelan is here again. Birds, Bees, and Trees. Good to have you. Yes, I watched Rogan. I haven't watched it all. I'm watching, I checked out the first 20 minutes. It's quite a deal. May Kwan, I don't believe I've seen you in here before. D Crypto, good to have someone, a couple of new people tonight. That's awesome. Crawbillies, good to have you. Let's see, Muhammad is here from the UK, and Wayne and Paul and Mike Schultz. Good to have everybody here. Let's talk a little bit about the description. There's a lot of great stuff in the description for you guys to check out. Some agenda, some things I didn't get to last week. A bunch, my latest video, I've got a link posted here, but I did more than just that video. Some affiliate links down here for Trezor, Ledger, Tangent Ring. Really cool. My Tangent Ring over here. Nice, awesome little innovative crypto wallet in the shape of a ring. Fashionable. Pretty cool. But low key. I mean, it's not like it's got bells and whistles and flashing lights on it. It says, I've got crypto. It's just a black ring. And then we've got the news stories and ways to get a hold of me. I don't know if you guys scroll down that far, but I have a lot of ways to get a hold of me. If you're interested, if you have a question, I'll do my best to get to your questions. If you can write a succinct email with a well-defined question, I will give you a well-defined answer. Don't just shoot me an email that says, please, sir, help me. I don't know what to do with those, but I get them. Yeah, I got a little beef to pick. This is my review of this one. Review of Trezor Expert. Trezor Expert is a one-on-one video session that you can purchase and schedule with Trezor when you buy a Trezor device. And, it's a video chat session. They help you get the device set up. They answer your questions. They've got it down to a science. They gave one to me and I sat down with Will. He was excellent. And people were complaining that it's like a commercial. I'm like, I don't know. It's, people... a lot of wallet companies give me products. They have over the years. That's my modus operandi. If I see something new and cool, I'll contact them and go, hey, I do reviews. Send me one of your wallets and I'll do a review. I've been doing that for years. So they sent me, they offered this one. They were like, hey, we're going to offer you a free Trezor Expert if you like. And I was like, sure. And so, yeah, of course, I'm talking it up and saying how cool it was. What am I supposed to say? It sucks. I mean, come on. It's a one-on-one video support session with Trezor that'll help you get a Trezor device set up. If you're new, it's like so cool. So yeah, I guess it does sound like a commercial. What can I say? I was happy with it. I thought they did an excellent job. And it was kind of refreshing because most people accused me of being a Ledger shill. And so now I'm a Trezor shill too. Hey, go figure. Also, I did several videos, but this was what I consider, my most well thought out and, complicated video that I posted, where I talk about various third-party wallets and kind of dispel some of the myths about third-party wallets. A lot of people, when they set up a third-party wallet, they expect to see their balance in Ledger Live. Well, it doesn't work like that. That's why it's a third-party wallet. We're going to talk about Tron wallet. So I'll show you the Tron wallet, which is a third-party way. There's an overlap now, though, because Ledger Live can manage Tron balances now. It's not as powerful and flexible as the Tron Keeper wallet. So we'll talk about how that overlap works too. So I want to get into that for you guys. But check out my channel. I've been dropping videos, trying to do more lately. Just try to stay busy and try to stay happy, right? Instead of just brooding at home all day long in front of the computer going, what should I do? Been inspired the last couple of weeks. A couple of my friends noticed. They're like, hey, dude, you've been dropping lots of videos. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing my best. So let's see. Yeah, let's get into the news. And like I said, there's a bunch of affiliate links in here. And then there's all the news stories that I'm going to cover are linked in the description down below if you want to read these in more detail. So the big story in the crypto market, of course, is the crypto rally was foiled by the report of DOJ probe of Tether. So what else is new? I mean, I've been around since, well, I mean, I first got into Bitcoin in 2013, but I've been doing my channel since 2017, and they have been bashing Tether for years. I mean, the 2017 bull market, which Bitcoin topped 20,000, just shy of 20,000 at the end of 2017. And then we experienced the crypto winter of 2018. That's all in the past. But back in those days, there was a serious professor who did some sort of study, and he claimed that the entire crypto bull market was because of Tether and fraud, and that Tether was pumping coins into the system, and that's why there was a crypto rally. It's all a fraud because of Tether. Kenny, thank you so much. I guess Dustin and Shadow gifted you a membership. I wish I could figure out how to do that. That's pretty cool. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, and that narrative is still alive, right? That narrative, there are still Tether bashers out there. They're like a cult, right? The Tether bashing cult. And like anytime there's like a comment section talking about crypto and whatever, Reddit or wherever, you're always going to get these Tether conspiracy theorists, cult guys that'll tell you that it's all a big scam and Tether is a big scam. It's based on nothing. So yeah, I mean, I've been down this road before. So here it is. Bam. Again, Tether FUD screwed up the market yesterday. And as it turns out, and this is the story, you can read through the story here, but as it turns out, of course, the Wall Street Journal published this article with no sources, right? When I was a kid, and I'm 60, what am I, 62, 61? Yeah, I'm not quite 62 yet. When I was a kid, news stories had to have sources, right? You had to have a source, quoting so-and-so, right? But when the war on terror came and things got weird in our country after that, you would just, all the news stories were like anonymous government sources, or unnamed sources. I mean, it's like, what is this? This is not journalism. Sorry to be on a rant here, but it's not, If you can't quote a source, then your news story is just innuendo. And that's, here we are. This is it, right? Old noise may be a new name for FUD, as Tether defends itself from a report in the Wall Street Journal about U.S. government interventions. The Wall Street Journal, in a air quotes exclusive article citing, here we go, people familiar with the matter, right? No sources. Tether CEO Paulo Adronio, I hope I said that right, called the story old noise, but it sent a shudder through the crypto market, right? U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, that is the Justice Department, is carrying out a criminal investigation of the use of Tether by third parties to fund illicit activities or launder money generated by those activities. That investigation has been going on several years. So here we go again. They recycle, an old story as breaking news, and the crypto market swoons, right? I guess there's all these people that are invested in crypto that haven't been hearing this Tether FUD for years like me. But yeah, here we go again. More Tether FUD. I've got the news story linked here if you want to check it out in detail. Let's see what else is going on. In the market news, Bitcoin ETF demand hits 6 months high, while futures volume remains subdued. So yeah, I mean, we were flirting with 70K on Thursday and early Friday, and then this FUD story hits. It's almost like, it's a market manipulation. So whenever Bitcoin's racing towards a new high, it's like, ha, more FUD, right? And suspiciously from the Wall Street Journal, right? I mean, come on, what could be more entrenched financial interest than the Wall Street Journal? I mean, come on. Wall Street Journal throwing FUD at the crypto market suspiciously. Just as we're about to hit a new high. Okay. All right. But yeah, ETF demand is strong. You can check out this article. I've got it linked down below. This is good news for the market, guys. So, Tether FUD be darned. Now, this is also big news. This is big adoption news. Microsoft shareholder proposes firm look into investing in Bitcoin. So apparently several Microsoft shareholders are interested in investing in Bitcoin. Big companies like Microsoft have, they have stocks, but the company itself has assets. They have employees, they have software assets, they have buildings and all this stuff, but they also hold, large amounts of cash, and then they diversify that, right? And Bitcoin is seen as an inflation hedge. So some of the shareholders are suggesting let's see, there's an assessment of investing in Bitcoin proposed to certain shareholders who will vote on December 10th. Pretty interesting, right? But before we get all giddy, I have another story where Microsoft throws shade on that. Microsoft urges shareholders to vote against a proposal to assess Bitcoin as a diversification investment. So Microsoft is not having it, but they are owned by the shareholders. So you can't you can't stand in the railroad tracks and stop a freight train, right? Bitcoin, and this is, Microsoft is huge. If this were to happen, if this were to actually, if Microsoft, if they voted to invest in Bitcoin, this could open the floodgates to a lot of companies investing in Bitcoin. Of course, we know that Tesla bought a bunch of Bitcoin in 2020, 2021, early 2021. MicroStrategy, of course, is a big Bitcoin investor. But it would be really interesting to see giant tech companies start investing in Bitcoin as part of their financial portfolio, right? We could see Microsoft, we could see Google, we could see Amazon. I'm just spitballing here. There's no indication that Amazon or Google are going to invest in Bitcoin, but I'm just saying, if Microsoft starts the ball rolling, we could see a lot of big companies investing in Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin's pretty volatile, so that's one of the downsides of investing in Bitcoin. A little volatile for a publicly traded company. So we'll see. But hey, stranger things have happened. So let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this one. U.S. government crypto wallets hacked for $20 million from Arkham Intelligence, right? So according to on-chain analytics firm Arkham Intelligence, the malicious address currently holds about $13 million in assets, right? So a hacker compromised a wallet, probably controlled by the United States government on October 24th. The wallet, which included funds seized from the 2016 Bitfinex hack, was drained of $20 million. According to Arkham Intelligence, the attacker sent the funds to a wallet beginning with this is the beginning of an EVM address, could be Ethereum, whatever, which they included a US dollar coin, Tether, AUSDC, and Ether, right? The on-chain analytics firm said the hacker had started converting the stablecoins into ETH and laundering the funds through addresses. The attacker exploited funds seized by the government in the 2016 Bitfinex hack, whose perpetrators were this couple. And the rest of the article talks about the 2016 Bitfinex hack. Well, they don't really explain, how did this guy hack this wallet? You don't hack wallets, right? Wallets, especially if it's just sitting there, there's no explanation of exactly what happened. And if the government's wallet was hacked, why did he only take 20 million out of it? He took part of it. I don't know. The whole thing sounds fishy and suspicious, but it could be that the U.S. government isn't very good at self-custody. And so, they don't make it clear in this article if they're talking about the wallet that the government took over that belonged to the hackers, or if the government created their own wallet and moved all of the funds from the hacker's wallet to this government-controlled wallet. It's not clear in this article. But who knows? Maybe the U.S. government set up this wallet, but didn't have very good OPSEC as to who had access to the private key or the backup phrase. We don't know, but very interesting, right? I like it. Yeah, even the U.S. government can't manage their crypto properly. That's it for the news. So, guys, I would like you to the best of your ability, throw out questions. I wanted to move a little crypto, and then I'm also going to connect a secondary wallet to my Ledger Live so you can see how that works. But let's see. Let me just get caught up. The Tether cartel. Yeah, that's the one. That was very nice of you, Dustin in Shadow. Diesel Kane. Yes. It doesn't look... Oh, yeah, JDO is here. Thank you for being here, JDO, one of our moderators. I don't see Dan yet, but he might pop in. Let's see. I agree. News has become propaganda and manipulation, right? Question. If I choose local file system for... Okay, Bobby, I think maybe you asked this question in the email before. The labeling system, and I think you asked this question last week, if I'm not mistaken, and Dan answered you. The labeling system within Trezor Suite is local to your wallet. So if you want to label your wallet and give it a unique name, that information is stored on your device. So yes, it's secure. And even if it wasn't, I don't understand why you're concerned about this. Forgive me for being trite, but are you afraid that someone's going to see your wallet labels? Or do you think that somehow the wallet label is going to compromise the security of the wallet itself? I'm just curious about that because I'm a little confused why you're so concerned about this. So maybe throw that out there. What are you afraid is going to happen if somebody sees your labels? Or when you say, is it secure, what do you mean by that? But the answer is it is secure. There's nothing insecure about labeling your accounts in Trezor Suite. That's the answer. Maybe I should play lottery tonight also. Yeah, right. Let's see. PAG is my stablecoin, PaxG. Okay. That's the gold related one, that PaxG. Interesting coin. I played around with that one a little bit, but they had a website, and I can't remember the name of the website. The official PaxG website. Let me see. What was the name of it? Paxos. Right. So I bought some PaxG, which supposedly it's a stable coin tied to the price of gold. And when you buy PaxG, apparently, there's a piece of gold with your name on it somewhere or your number or whatever. But the problem that I had with this token and this site was that I think I was doing a video or something, or I was just checking it out. I bought some, I dropped it in this account, and then after I did my test deposit, I wanted to pull it back out again. That was as my test. And they got all freaky about it. They're like, what are you doing? Putting PaxG in and pulling it out right away. I'm like, dude, give me a break, man. I'm just like testing it out. Is there a problem here? Because back in those days, 2018, 2019 or whenever it was, I mean, I was used to Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, whatever. It's a crypto exchange. You put crypto in, you take it out, no questions asked. But they were giving me a hard time about wanting to withdraw my PaxG right away. And I'm like, what are you guys, a bank or are you a crypto exchange? Come on, give me a break. I want my... And then they made me wait like 3 business days or something. I'm like, I ain't fooling around with anything that like questions me when I decide I want to pull my stuff out. Right? It's like some kind of investment thing. Anyway, I didn't like their attitude. Let's see what we have. Feds must be storing the crypto in a hot wallet. Yeah, it could be, JDO. They could have just been a MetaMask wallet that, somebody... Maybe it was Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Dan is here, right. The U.S. government never accidentally loses money. Yeah, right. Yeah. How software there is a hardware wallet guard. I can't find the picture. Can you help me with any information on this? Is functional. Crosbilly, maybe your English isn't your first language, but I'm a little confused. I saw where there is a wallet guard. That's my question. Have you heard of it? Yeah, there's a company called Wallet Guard. I believe you got it. And it's kind of, it works with EVM wallets like MetaMask. And it's sort of like it detects malicious transactions and lets you know kind of ahead of time that it looks suspicious. I don't believe I've ever used it. The one thing I'll say is a service like this is akin to antivirus. And if you're familiar with antivirus software, it tends to want to confirm its own existence, right? So of course it's going to throw flags and have red warning labels and make you think it's sketchy and all that. I used to have a dear friend of mine, and he installed some antivirus software. I think it was Norton on his computer. And I'll be darned if he didn't call me like every day telling me, Norton says something, Norton's telling me this. I'm like, dude, just relax. It's antivirus. Of course it's going to pop up and tell you stuff's happening, right? If it never said anything, you'd wonder why you paid for it. So I don't mean to be facetious, or maybe I do, but yeah, I mean, it's there to like flag suspicious stuff. And, if you're doing sketchy stuff, if you're on malicious websites, great. I personally don't go. I've learned over the years, if it's like a minting an NFT or claiming an airdrop and they want you to go to some specific website, I never trust that junk, right? So I tend to only use like very well-known dexes like PancakeSwap, Uniswap, SushiSwap, 1inch, or I do it from within my wallet, which I know I can trust. MetaMask, I know I can trust Rabby Wallet, and they have aggregators now, and all these and wallets. These wallets have come a long way too. So the wallets themselves will tell you when something is kind of sketchy. So yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel better, then I guess you can install this. in your browser to like give you warnings when you're about to do something sketchy, if you think you're going to do something sketchy. But personally, I I believe that you should just do your research and don't do sketchy stuff. I know it's hard when you first come in, and it's easy for me to say that since I've been doing this for many years. But yeah, I prefer not to have alarm bells go off when I click stuff. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I can usually spot something sketchy from the get-go. But if this is what you're asking about, this is it. Wallet Guard. Check it out. I should probably do a video on this and see how it works and everything. But like I said, it's just a layer of protection, supposedly to let you know if something weird is about to happen in your wallet. Let's go ahead and do this little thing I wanted to do. Let's do some transfers. I'm going to try to get transfers in early on. Actually, yeah, let me just talk about Tron. So we have the Tron Keeper wallet over here. And as you can see, the Tron Keeper wallet can manage Tron and Tron tokens. And it has swap functionality. So I could swap a Tron token for US Tether or vice versa. And then they have aggregators here. So it's a pretty decent wallet for Tron. Now, the whole idea of Tron is that it's supposed to be compatible with Telegram. But I'm in the US. Every time I try to actually use my Telegram to sort of interact with Tron, I get like blocked because I'm in the US. So maybe if I were to use a VPN, it might work or whatever. I've just never had much luck with it. But as far as just managing Tron tokens, I can do that. Now notice here that it says Ledger, which means that this wallet is being managed by my Ledger. Now, I talked about this third-party wallet video that I did. And this is a good example of a third-party wallet that you can use with your Ledger device. And one of the things that I pointed out in that video was that when Ledger and Trezor first came out, they were just device companies. That was all they were. They were a device that you could buy to manage your private key. They didn't have their own native software. It was just that they have a device and they had APIs so that wallet people, wallet companies, wallet software could interface with the device and store their private key. That was how it all started. And now everything has become a little more turnkey. So when people buy a hardware device, they go through the setup and they get the native software, be it Ledger Live or Trezor Suite. And then when they encounter a situation where they need to use a third-party wallet, they get all freaky. They think it's some kind of risk. They ask, is it secure? Well, yes, it's secure. That's the whole idea of using your hardware device with a hot wallet, is to make the wallet secure. And most people tend to think that somehow using the software makes your device less secure. Well, that's not how it works. The devices have been made over the years and tested and audited ad nauseum to prevent any kind of physical or software tampering. So that's their business. So no, your third-party wallet is not going to somehow drain the private key out of the hardware device. I know it's I know it's normal for, if you're not that experienced, to think that, but that's not how hardware wallets work. It's not like a computer. A hardware wallet is a specialized device that only does one thing. And it only will accept properly formatted, cryptographically formatted requests, and it sends back properly formatted cryptographic requests. So there's no hacking of crypto wallets. I mean, you hear it all the time, but they test these things, they audit these things. Ledger has a dedicated part of their company called the Dojon, and that's all they do all day long is try to break into the Ledger device and other hardware wallets. So it's not insecure to use third-party wallet. But what I wanted to bring up about this Tron wallet is that, or Tron Keeper, is that Ledger Live now supports Tron, right? So you can see this 258.29 Tron is the exact same Tron over here, right? It's the same amount, 258.29, right? It's the same Tron, right? Because the private key on my device can be, you know, the public information can be exported to Ledger Live. And, you know, when you use your device in conjunction with this wallet, the public information can be managed by this wallet, right? So there's a little bit of overlap in that. Let's see. Let's do this Ledger. So I have, you're looking at my Ledger Live here, and I get a lot of questions, and people say, can I manage more than one device within my Ledger Live? And the answer is yes. You'll notice that I've named my accounts accordingly, so I know which device they're associated with. So I have an account here that's associated with the Flex, a couple of others down here that are associated with the Flex. I've got a Bitcoin Flex account and a Bitcoin Stacks account. So it just depends which device is connected when you set up the account. So let's see. I've got this, let's go over here. I've got this other Ledger Nano X, and this is, it's a completely different device. It is storing some crypto that I set aside for my son. And let's manage this device in Ledger Live, right? So the device is already set up. So I think that's the part that's confusing to people. They're like, wait a minute, how do I set up a brand new device in Ledger Live? What do I do? Well, really, there's not much to do. All you have to do is connect it and enter the PIN, right? So I'll go ahead and enter my PIN. Let me get this thing. I love this little Ledger Nano X2, this Bitcoin orange with the Bitcoin logo. I think it's really cool. But let me go ahead and enter the PIN here. All right. And so we have the device connected and the PIN is entered. So all we have to do is go over here to Ledger Live and say add account. That's it. The device is set up and is connected, right? And let's go for Bitcoin, right? Now, I'm sure a lot of you have done this, like when you first set up your device and it was empty, but you can do it with an existing device that's already been set up, right? It wants me to open the Bitcoin app on the device. There we go. Click both buttons for that. Trying to keep it in focus. Let's go back over to Ledger Live. All right, so it's scanning the device, and lo and behold, it detects that there is an existing wallet on the device. So it offers me the option of adding that to my account, right? I'm in the Add Accounts interface, right? It also gives me the option of creating an empty one if I want, but I don't. And so I'm going to name this one Alex so I don't get it confused with my other devices. Or we could just call this one Nano X, right? So we know what it's all about. Or we could call it Orange, nano X, right? Whatever. I don't know what's your limit on these as far as how many characters you can use. So we hit add account, and boom, it's in there, right? Interestingly enough, this is the account that has the highest dollar value, so it bubbles to the top, right? So this is cool. So you might have family members that have devices and they don't know what they're doing, or you've gifted them devices and you've given them some crypto, but they really don't know what to do. You can manage their devices in your copy of Ledger Live if you want to. Pretty easy. Let's go and let's add one more. I think he has Solana in here too. So I'll add some Solana. And then over here, wants me to open the Solana app, so I'll do that. All right. All right, it's gonna scan the device and it's going to request that the device export the public information, right? This is a cryptographically formatted message. And the device will respond with, oh, okay, you want the public information? Okay. Well, how do we know that, some crazy person didn't get this information? Well, that crazy person would need to know the PIN of the device. That's a big deal. A lot of people worry about their device, and they go, oh my God, I lost my device. Somebody's going to get a hold of it and steal all my crypto. Well, the device is designed to fail after the third attempt. So it's pretty unlikely that someone is just going to find your device in the gutter and guess your PIN in less than 3 tries, It's almost astronomical when you think about it. All right, so we've added 2 accounts that are being managed on another device, right? So now I'm managing 3 different devices within this copy of Ledger Live. This one, right? The one we just added 2 accounts for, the Ledger Stacks and my Ledger Flex, right? The only drawback to this little scheme is the portfolio. The portfolio cannot separate accounts. So if you're managing, your sister's or your wife's or your kids' devices in your copy of Ledger Live, you're going to see a lump sum of all of the accounts, right? There's no way to separate it. There are other trickier ways to actually kind of have different copies of Ledger Live, but that involves folder swapping down in the Windows system folders, and that's a little bit tricky. It would be so cool if Ledger had profiles like, your Amazon Prime account or your Netflix account, where each person had their own account and their own, playlist and their own recently watched and, their own crypto accounts with separate balances. That would be so cool, but they don't. So you can manage multiple devices in one copy of Ledger Live, but you cannot separate out the dollar values. So that's the only drawback. Okay, so let me get caught up on what everybody's asking. Crawbilly, did Bobby really explain to me why he's worried about his labels? Talk to me, Bobby. Evening, Doc Capital. Sign of a scam, can't get your money out, right? Or sign of a bank or a legacy financial system, right? They don't want you to pull the money out. Paxos plans expansion to Stellar Network in collaboration with Stellar Development. That's interesting. Yeah. I would just own physical gold. Does Trezor support the Tether gold token? Don't know about that. Let's see. Tether gold. Whoops. If I could spell, my life would. Tether gold token. Let me see if I can find this thing here. Okay. Okay, Tether Gold. Let's see if we can find it over here. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm assuming it's an ERC20 token. So I don't have any, so I couldn't tell you whether it's going to pop up in your Trezor suite, but it should. It's just an ERC20 token. You just put it in your Ethereum wallet. Worst case scenario, you can manage your Trezor device from within MetaMask or Rabby. And using this third-party wallet, you can connect your Trezor device. I don't think I have one connected at the moment. But let's say, for example, you've got your your Trezor or your Ledger device, and you've put some of that Tether Gold in your Ethereum wallet, but you don't see the token, right? You're like in Ledger Live, and you're in your Ethereum account, and you're like, hey, I could have sworn I transferred some Tether Gold in here, but it's not showing up in Ledger Live, right? All you have to do is go into MetaMask or Rabby. Where are we here? Where was that? Grab the contract address of Tether Gold, and then go back and say, let's see here. I want to import a new token. Paste in that contract address. It auto-fills. You click next, and boom, you can manage it. And like this token, if you had transferred to the Ethereum wallet address of your Trezor or your Ledger, then you would be able to manage the balance in MetaMask or Rabby. Rabby can do the exact same thing. You can add, tokens manually using the contract address. As far as Ledger Live and Trezor Suite, you can't really do that. You just have to wait for them to support the ERC20 token. But it's, we're looking at a ERC20 token that's 116 by market cap. That's not too shabby. It's pretty safe bet that this token would be supported in both Ledger Live and Trezor. But, you'd have to drop a little bit in your wallet to see. But do a small test. So many people ask me questions and they go, oh, is this token support? I'm like, just transfer $10 and find out. It's not going to kill you. If you're like on bated breath and on the edge of your seat and, is this token supported? Just try a small test. Won't kill you. Send $10 worth. If it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there, right? If it does, then it's supported. It's not rocket science. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting testy tonight. Maybe it's because this room's a little bit hot. Do I trust Elipal? Okay. I don't have to trust Elipal, right? You don't have to trust wallets. They are audited by third parties. Oh my God. Yeah. It's not like your ex-girlfriend having sex with your best friend. It's a hardware wallet. It's audited. It's a company, a professional company. It's like you are the one that needs to be trusted, not the wallet. Okay. I get it. That's a valid question. Do I trust it? And it's like, it doesn't matter whether I trust it or not. I guess maybe to you it does. But, I'm just a dude, right? Don't go on my word. Go on their website. Look at, Elipal. Now, you may work for Elipal or being paid by Elipal. I don't know. I sometimes wonder now. But, you go on their website and look and see, they'll talk about, let's see here. There you go. CCEAL 5+ certified, right? Anti-tamper, self-destruct,
I don't know. Do your own research. Don't ask me if I trust it. Here, I'm being nasty. I'm being mean again. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. I'm just trying to get it across that, you know, these wallets are tested and audited by third parties. You know, it's not a question of do you trust the wallet or not. The question should be, is the wallet right for me? Can I afford it? Do I have the technical expertise to use an air gap cold wallet without screwing everything up? Right? Those are the questions you should really be asking yourself rather than should I trust it? Right? Every hardware wallet out there is audited by third parties and they're being sold to people. You know, if the wallet was like untrustworthy, you know, somebody would buy it, their crypto would disappear, and they'd go screaming to Reddit, hey, you know, I can't trust Elipal, you know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I trusted quarter pounders last week, and now I don't, you know, because, you know, I might have gotten E. coli. So, you know, and I thought I could trust McDonald's. So, yeah, I guess you're right. Nobody can be trusted. But yeah, I mean, and I thought there were people auditing McDonald's onions, but I guess not, right? It happens to the best of us, right? You know, McDonald's bought a huge batch of tainted onions, right? Trying to save a few bucks, probably. It was shown in one of the groups about Titan I was researching, and thank you for your influence. So I better know how to go. Okay, Cross, Billy, yeah. Wallet Guard, yeah. Like I said, it's a little bit like, you know, run an antivirus, but if you want to be safe and secure, then go for it. Yeah. Sorry if I'm being testy tonight. I apologize. If you have to do sketchy stuff, then at least use a burner wallet and not much in it. Excellent advice, VM. That is correct. Don't use your go-to wallet to go on sketchy sites if you want to claim an airdrop or you want to mint an NFT. Just use, you know, a relatively empty wallet for that. You know, don't connect a wallet that's got $50,000 worth of Ethereum in it if, you know, trying to claim some scam NFT. And you don't know, you know, you've never done this, you're not sure, you know, you can use, you know, a burner wallet for that, right? You know, if you got $50,000 worth of Ethereum, you got a huge crypto portfolio, then go out and buy yourself 10 different wallets. What the heck, you know? Yeah. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. Was this whole, you know, everyone's bashing me about Ledger Stacks and Ledger Flex being expensive. I'm kind of like, I get it that it is expensive. You know, the Stacks is $400. They originally had it at $269. And then after trying to get it to market for a year and, you know, with a lot of hiccups, they finally decided that it, you know, to be profitable, they needed it to be at a higher price point because of the screen issues. It's an expensive item with kind of an expensive technology built into it. But having used a Ledger Nano X for so many years, the Ledger Flex and the Ledger Stacks are light years ahead as far as the interface goes. And that's the biggest thing with, you know, your average first-time crypto user is so confused when they're dealing with this Ledger Nano. The Ledger Nano X is an awesome hardware wallet, but it is difficult to use. That's the biggest barrier I see to crypto self-custody adoption. Sure, you know, if everybody's buying ETFs and buying Bitcoin on Coinbase and keeping it in the exchange, that's all well and good. That's great. But as far as people adopting self-custody, right? This is where we want to be. I love it that people are buying Bitcoin and storing it in Coinbase. I'm happy. But self-custody is where it's at. And if you're into self-custody, you should be using a hardware wallet. Period. Stop. Whatever. Full stop. Don't care which hardware wallet you use, but get a wallet that you can figure out how to use. I know everybody's like, oh, air gapped is more secure. Yeah, but you can't figure out how to use it. I'm not knocking Elipal, and I'm not knocking air gapped. Air gapped is great, but it is difficult, right? If you are a first-time crypto user, I would not recommend an air gapped wallet. If you are savvy, technically savvy, yeah, go for it. But beginners should use a wallet that's easy to use. There is nothing worse than someone thinking they need the most secure wallet out there and then getting it and not being able to figure out how to use it. Or worse, getting crypto in there and not being able to figure out how to get it out. So back to my rant about expensive crypto wallets. Yes, Ledger wallets are expensive. The Ledger Stacks is like $400, right? And the Ledger Flex is $249. But if you know, the whole idea with crypto is I'm investing in what I expect to be life-changing wealth, right? I've taken thousands of dollars, let's just say thousands, and I've invested it in crypto, and I expect it to become generational wealth, right? And so you're too cheap to spend $400? I mean, seriously. I mean, if you got $500 worth of crypto, I get that, right? I don't want to spend another $400 on a wallet. But if I got 50 grand worth of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I want to be able to manage it easily, then what's the deal with spending a couple $100? I mean, come on. I don't get this all, oh, it's too expensive. You know, oh, I'll buy this other one's cheaper. Well, maybe it's cheaper, but is it as good? I mean, to me, this is like cutting edge technology. The Trezor Safe 5 is Trezor's latest offering. And it's, you know, it's less. It's $169. And it's got a really nice color touchscreen with haptic feedback. You know, and people complain about this one too. Oh, it's too much. I'm like, well, what is your price point? You know, what do you expect? You know, $50? Is that your limit? You know, I can only afford to spend $50 on a hardware wallet, you know. I got $5,000 worth of crypto in my MetaMask wallet. That's, you know, the private key is stored in my browser, you know, and I'm watching porn every night, you know, and getting all kinds of, you know, crap on my computer and spyware and whatever. And, you know, you've got your crypto in a MetaMask wallet with no protection whatsoever. And you're too cheap to buy a hardware wallet, you know, to secure your crypto. And then you wonder what happened when you lose $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 because, you know, your wallet got drained, you know, because you had malware on your computer, right? Then maybe looking back, you would think, oh, maybe I should have spent $400 on a hardware device that I could figure out how to use. A lot of people use MetaMask or just keep their crypto in Coinbase because they can't figure out how to use a hardware wallet. Serious. I've heard it a lot. Oh, I can't figure out how to use this wallet. It's too complicated. I'll just leave it on Coinbase. Okay, fine. Leave it on Coinbase. I bet you there were people in 21 and 22 that were saying, you know what? This hardware wallet is too complicated. I'm just going to leave my crypto on FTX. Was that it? FTX? Right? FTX was I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. Whatever it was, you know, Sam Bankman-Fried, all the people that lost their generational wealth because they were leaving it on an exchange. I bet you those people wish they had spent a couple $100 on a hardware wallet. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, sometimes, I'm too old for this, right? But I sit down on my computer, maybe I'll do a video or whatever, but I usually come in and check my comments, and I just get fed up with all the, the negative comments on I love it. Hey, CryptoDad, love your video. Been watching you for years. I like thumb up, thumb up, thumb up. But then I get all these people that are like, oh, you're just a shill. Oh, this is a commercial. Or, oh, it's too expensive. I'm like, okay. All right. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Celsius is another one. Yeah. A lot of people don't remember the FTX and the Celsius. That was, 3 years ago. Right? So we got a new generation of crypto people here, that can't figure out how to use their hardware wallet, or they think it's too expensive. So they'd rather leave their, 20 grand worth of crypto on an exchange. And hey, Coinbase, Kraken, they're safe, right? They're probably not in danger of going bankrupt, but there's so many things that can happen on an exchange. You could accidentally block yourself out of your exchange by entering your password incorrectly a couple of times, or sending way too much crypto, something sketchy, and they freeze your account because they think you're money laundering or whatever. Or the IRS can seize your assets. I mean, it is, please, self-custody. All right. And then I wanted to bring up this video. If you think I'm a good ranter, you should listen. Please watch this video. It's in the description here. Where is it? Yeah, Tether FUD. Down here under the agenda, I've got this video link. Please use a paper wallet. I have watched this video like 3 or 4 times. I love it. Because he's explaining why you shouldn't use a paper wallet. Because people still ask me about paper wallets. I heard paper wallet is more secure than a hardware wallet. And Andreas Antonopoulos, the guy that wrote the book on Bitcoin, mastering Bitcoin and mastering Ethereum, and mastering Lightning, this guy's a legend. I love it. He's ranting about people that still want paper wallets. He's like, dude, DIY wallets, the paper wallets came out back before we had hardware wallets, before we had BIP39 backup phrases. And this allowed you to print out a private key and a public key on a piece of paper and then fund it and then stick it in a safe or whatever, and it was good to go for whatever. The problem with paper wallets is getting the crypto out. It's complicated. Sweeping the private keys from a paper wallet into a desktop wallet or hardware wallet is complicated. And also creating the paper wallet is all DIY. Do it yourself. DIY. You have to use your own operating system, your own computer. You have to use your printer and make sure the printer's not compromised or, and as opposed to a hardware wallet that is specifically designed for the purpose of managing private keys safely and securely, right? A special purpose device. But anyway, if you think I love to rant, you should listen to this video. I love this video. I love the way he rants about, people trying to do crypto, on their own without, just go buy a hardware wallet, problem solved. It's much more flexible and versatile, but anyway, please watch this video. I think I've linked his videos a couple of times before, but I just love this video. It's just awesome. Virus software that develops. Oh yeah. Speaking of negative comments, I did want to point this out, and let me point this out. Supposedly YouTube has flags. wait a minute. Let me get to comments. But I kind of wanted to show you these comments. I think there was one earlier today that okay, here. I've talked about this before. Look at this comment. Thanks for the analysis. Just a quick off-topic question. I have a SafePal wallet with US Tether, and I have the seed phrase. And then he writes the seed phrase out, right? His 12-word seed phrase. Proof, inner, hobby, bounce blouse, able, donate, virtual, luggage, cart, morning ticket. What's the best way to send them to Binance? Well, this is a very subtle hack. What this guy is doing is he is expecting somebody else that knows about crypto to think, jackpot, this idiot just revealed his seed phrase. So what do? They import that wallet into their own wallet, whether it's their hardware device or a software wallet or what. They pull this wallet in, and then they realize, see, there's a balance in there of Tether, just like the guy said, and then they try to transfer it out, but there's no, they need crypto for fees, right? And it's Tron based. This is always Tron based. So the unsuspecting victim will seed the wallet or prime the wallet with some of their own Tron, hoping to pull out that $500 worth of Tether or whatever it is. Well, it turns out that this seed phrase belongs to a multi-key wallet. So you're only getting one of those keys. The only way to actually withdraw crypto from this wallet is if you have the other key, right? It's probably a 2 of 3. So you get one key and then you start pumping crypto in there to get that Tether out, and your crypto gets stuck in the wallet. And this is like a short con, right? Because we're talking like $5 worth of Tether for each person that does this. But I just really get irritated by this because it is every single day I get one of these comments of someone trying to scam other people by, providing a seed phrase that somebody else is going to think, oh, this idiot revealed his seed phrase. No, this is a scam, right? So I have to do this. I have to report them, unwanted spam, and hit report, and then I have to hit hide user on my channel, right? Well, that may seem fairly straightforward, but when you're doing like 10 or 20 comments a day, it can get really tedious, right? So yeah, I mean, here's another, they'll say, hey, great job, I really love, well, this is the thumbnail thing, that's fine. But there'll be people in here shilling coins. They'll spam me with like 10 comments and within 3 minutes about one coin and talking about how great that coin is, as if they're, in the comments. I can't find one because I try to, oh, here it is, WUMP. This is the new one, WUMP, WRMP, to the moon, right? This is a scam. This is coin shilling. I'll get like 20 of these in a day about WUMP. Whatever the latest, shilled coin is, right? So yeah, guys, be careful when you're in the comments of YouTube. Yeah, I guess you could call it a Trojan horse because it's like, here you go, I'm just giving you a gift of a seed phrase. And so you pull the seed phrase into your wallet and start trying to, transfer the Tether out. And the only way to do it, you figure, is to feed some Tron in there. And then it's stuck. All right, guys. So I didn't move a whole bunch of crypto. I was going to move a little bit of crypto earlier, but I didn't. I just wanted to hit the news stories and maybe give you a rant or two. I don't know how useful those rants are going to be, standalone videos. But anybody I'm going to stay on for 5 more minutes. Can you guys just throw up some of your most common questions if you have any? Yeah, scammer gets whatever chump change they deposit trying to withdraw the larger amount. Yep. Yes, it is. Average Joe, Southwest Michigan. Yeah. Paul, I'm not surprised what Sailor said. Come on. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Last thing, I think I had that. Yeah, I forgot to cover this news story. Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor reverses remarks on self-custody after backlash. Yeah, he called, what did he say? Paranoid crypto anarchists, right? And that, it's better to let big institutions manage your Bitcoin. That's a crazy thing for Michael Saylor to say, wouldn't you think? Well, he had to backtrack. There was a lot of outcry from all the paranoid crypto anarchists. Yeah, I forgot to cover this story during the news, but it is linked down below if you want to check out the entire article. Oh, they can get the Tron. Wow. No, they can't. They cannot get the Tron. Nothing will come out of the wallet. The only way to make a withdrawal of the Tether or any of the Tron, maybe you put some Tron in there, is having 2 keys. And you only get one when you pull his seed phrase in. So it's a honey pot. It's a honey trap. That you can put Tron in there all day, but you can't get it out. Only the attacker who has the other key can. Maybe you could discuss the benefits and drawbacks of neobank wallets. There are a few in the App Store. Yeah, I don't know. Neo has been around forever, but I always considered it kind of I don't know. I'm sure there's still people hodling Neo out there. It's mostly an Asian thing. It's still 119 by market cap. That's no slouch, but I haven't messed with it in a while. But I could check on those wallets. Yeah. Yeah. I really don't like to use any wallets that I can't use with my device. Right. So, I do have some, like for instance, I have the Rabby wallet. But this Rabby wallet is connected to my stacks through Bluetooth. So I generally don't like to use phone-based wallets if they don't allow you to, manage from a secure device. A standalone phone-based, your phone is like one of the most insecure things out there. I hate to say it, especially if it's Android, right? Apple has a little bit of a closed system, but there have been malicious apps on the App Store too. So yeah, I don't trust wallets that don't allow me to pair up with my device, right? Almost every single wallet that I'm using over here in my Chrome browser is paired with my device, right? The MetaMask, Kepler, Soulflare, Rabby, the Tron Keeper wallet, and the SUI wallet, which is another third-party wallet. All of these wallets are secured by my device, right? You can connect your device when you set up a new wallet. Where is that? Here, add, right? So, you connect your Ledger device, and the private key stays on your device. I've been harping about this all night, right? Please use a hardware device. Doesn't have to be a Ledger, but Ledger supports more third-party wallets. So if you want to manage SUI tokens in a secure wallet that you can connect your hardware device to, Ledger's your only choice, right? They don't support Trezor or anything else. That's the nature of the game. Let's see. Birds, bees, and trees. Still got a minute or so. Would you like to consult? Help me move to hard wallet. How much is your consulting fee? Ballpark, or can we email a guess? Birds, bees, and trees. My email is in the description down below. If it's just a simple, succinct question, send me an email. I know you're If your email doesn't indicate that your YouTube handle is birds, bees, and trees, just mention that in your email because I know you're a regular viewer. Shoot me an email if you want to talk about moving your stuff from soft wallets to hard wallets. Be more than happy to help you through email back and forth. I've done that many times. If you feel like you want a one-on-one, we can talk about that too. I charge for that, but I'm more than happy to help you through email. Let's see. Brandon Smith. Gotta love when people backpedal after insulting their audience. Yeah, that's right. Oh, not Neo. I'm talking about a new Meld wallet. I'm sorry. New Meld wallet. Okay. What is that? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's things are getting there's going to be a lot of overlap as we get more into Web 3 and Web 4 and Web 5 or whatever is on the horizon. There's going to be more of a melding of self-custody and traditional finance. So yeah, I'll check into this. Thank you for clarifying that. Is Ledger Live app in notifications? Is it safe to click on the message in notifications? Hi, Spat27. You're talking about the notifications up here? Yeah, if you're in Ledger Live, I wouldn't be worried about the notifications within Ledger Live. Like this might, sometimes they'll take you to the Ledger website if it's like a deal on ledgers or whatever, but yeah, if you're getting the alerts from your browser, you might want to think twice about clicking browser alerts, right? That could be malicious, right? Depending on where you're at, right? Pop-up ads that say something about Ledger, I would avoid. But if you're in Ledger Live and you're seeing alerts, they're fine. Do we have to pay taxes when we withdraw UST? No, buy or sell. Romkin1, no. You don't have to. Moving crypto is not a taxable event, right? So if I'm just moving crypto from one place to another, that is not a taxable event, right? It's only when you trade crypto for cash or swap one crypto for another. That's a sale, and then you have to calculate the capital gains or losses on that sale, right? That's taxable. But just moving your Tether from your exchange to your wallet or your wallet back to your exchange, that's non-taxable. I'm not a tax expert, but I can answer that question. Evelyn Mitchell, pardon me. I haven't updated my Nano in over a year and a half. I tried to update software on my Ledger Nano a few months ago. Ledger Live couldn't access it. I tried twice, got worried, quit. Should I start with a new one? Probably best. For future reference, I think it's best practice to pull out your device and run an update at least once or twice a year, so you don't get too far behind in firmware updates. Unfortunately, a hardware device is not static. People want them to be. I get a lot of complaints about that. I thought crypto was supposed to be static. I thought I was supposed to be able to buy a ledger, throw 10 bitcoins on there and stick it in the wall safe, for 10 years. Well, unfortunately, no. Your seed phrase is like that, but your device should be kept up to date periodically. And, someone else came in and said, well, I've got my seed phrase. When the time comes, I'll just buy a new device. That's true. You can do that. But I think having a working device that can manage crypto, on the fly right away is also best practice, right? Don't just say, oh, I got my seed phrase, I'll buy a new device when I need it. Well, you never know. You might want immediate access to your crypto, and then, oh, I got to order a device. It's going to take 3 days, right? Just keep a device updated so that if you need to manage your crypto, you've got one ready. Yes, so Evelyn, I would suggest probably buying a new device and running a restore. I've done some videos on Ledger Restore. Looks like the stream is just about over. Thanks again, Dusted in Shadow. Yes, I'm about to sign off. Sailor is the biggest target. I don't click links in my email. I chose to go to the website. Okay, good. Good job, Evelyn. It's Transact Security Notification and Notifications in the Ledger Live app on the phone I'm referring to. The Transact Security Notifications in Ledger Live on your phone. Same, if you're in Ledger Live on your phone, I don't get alerts. I mean, I guess I do. Oh, here's an alert. Notification? Is that what you mean? Or you get something else popping up on your phone when you're in Ledger Live? I guess the safe play is if it's happening in Ledger Live, it's okay. If it's just popping up on your phone, saying something about Ledger, you have to be sure that it is happening within the Ledger Live app and not some other app trying to trick you into thinking it's Ledger. But I mean, if I get a notification in my Ledger app, I have no problem with following the link over to the Ledger website. I hope I'm not still confused about what your question was there. It's no different if someone gave you money, it's a taxable event, same as a gift of crypto. Yes, yeah, if someone gives you crypto, that's taxable, right? That's just like any other gift, right? Something you win in a game show, something, a relative, an inheritance, a gift. Unfortunately, that stuff's taxable. I'm not a tax accountant, but I'm pretty sure that is. Someone gives you $5,000, you got to pay taxes on it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wind down. I'm a little tuckered out from my rant. I forget what I was ranting about. Oh, I think I was ranting about people complaining about crypto wallets being expensive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I'll read some comments that'll make me do another rant sometime this week. So join me again next week for another rant. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone that was here. Kenny was here early along with, who was our, Simon. Thank you. And Simon's been here several weeks in a row. Thank you so much for being here. Simon, Mark Schlossberg, Mr. Miskey, everyone that was here. Thank you so much, Dan and JDO, for moderating. Dusted in Shadow, thank you for your member gift. As that's very nice of you to do that. Or just it's very nice. Thank you, everyone that asked questions. I appreciate your questions. Sorry if I was mean or to some of the questions that got answered. I don't mean to, embarrass you or talk down to you. But sometimes the question that you're asking will bring up other questions in similar veins and kind of cause me to react negatively, as you may think. It may feel like I'm attacking you. I don't mean it that way. I welcome any question, whether it's been asked a million times or not. I'm always happy to answer questions. But yeah, you'll see me get a little testy. Try not to take it personally. I've been doing this for many years, and I have a pretty thick skin, but even I, sometimes when people, will say something in the comments, it still gets to me sometimes. So I apologize if I offended anybody tonight. And let's see. I will do this again next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Good night, everybody. Thanks again. If I did not answer your question, shoot me an email. It's in the description.